Hi there. I'm going to show you the procedure for doing a water boiling test for a fuel efficient cook stove. In this case we've got the Unity stove CO5, which is a charcoal burning stove. My local boiling point here is 98.5 degrees. It's a lovely 8.5–9 degrees Celsius today, or tonight. Fuel today is going to be a charcoal that basically produced ourselves in a wood fire stove. It's a slow combustion stove, but locking off the air supply once we're in sort of the charcoal stage, we can produce some very light charcoal. This is the pot we're going to use. One of the features of the Unity stove CO5 is that the pot actually will take away, that's just their little lid. The pot sits well inside the stove, so we get a very good heat transfer straight from the charcoal bed onto the bottom and also up the sides of the pot with the hot combustion gases. The pot then has been hand beaten to increase the surface area. That gives a better heat transfer. You'll see inside, sort of dimpled shape, but everything's still reasonably smooth, so it's quite easy to clean inside. You know, in practice this will be used for, say, cooking rice quite well, or in Africa they cook a type of porridge, and this stove would work very well for that, because as they stir the porridge, it gets very stiff, and you imagine you're stirring around here, and you may have seen in some stove photos or videos where the person is actually holding the pot, and it has well, not holding it in their hands, but there's two handles coming out the side of the pot, and they have a metal bar that comes down, and they actually have to stand on that metal bar to hold the pot in place while they're stirring. Look, you know, obviously it's not very ergonomic, but anyway, this one, once it's put inside, it's quite sturdy in there. The great thing also about that is you've got a fire inside, and this is cooking in someone's house where they've got their family, little children running around, and I mean, this is probably not a hut, no, not a house like you're thinking in Western terms, but more of a one-room dwelling, affording some protection from the elements and hopefully a bit of privacy, etc. But you've got children, people very close contact to the stoves. You want to have the fire well inside. This stove's quite insulated, so you can touch it on the outside when it's running and it doesn't burn you. So a little kid comes up to it, they are not going to get burnt straight away. Also, being fairly large and reasonably stable, if someone knocks into it, it doesn't knock the pot off. Imagine you've got boiling water in there, you've got 5 litres of boiling water, that is, scalding is very bad. I'm now testing on a large commercial scale. By having the whole stove on a scale, we can measure the charcoal use as the fire's operating. Right, let's get this thing started. .30. Okay, that's a charge of about 350 grams of charcoal. Now my pot weighs 660 grams, so get 5 litres of water, because I've only got one scale. We'll give this should go up by 5.66 kilos. So that was 26.32. It's now 32.12. This is the real fun part of the water boiling test. We're going to change over from the cold start to the hot start. That involves dumping this 5 litres of boiling water very quickly, measuring everything, and getting another 5 litres on the stove. So I think we can agree that that's boiling now. Just take a photo of the fully loaded stove. Just do this to give you a bit of an idea of the power of what we're cooking here. Okay, get a final weight. And time. So it's 2604 kilos. We're going to put in some more charcoal. This is some bits that just fell out while I was adjusting the door. Okay. 26.12. Hot on. $32.08. 13 degrees. Water. 32.18 with the lid on. And we're already up to 22 degrees, so 23, that's 10 degrees in those last 2 minutes. Alright, that's 31.98, lid on. $25.96. So I'm going to pull a lot of that charcoal out. At 25.88 now. So it's dropped down a couple of degrees, just getting off. 96, 97 degrees. Now if we leave that, hopefully it stays around that temperature for the next 45 minutes. Now we'll dampen this off a bit, just cover up the air intake. Obviously return to the boil. There's still a lot of energy in there. $96 degrees still. We're 45 minutes through. Our complete weight now is 31.50. We lost a lot of water as well as fuel. So, right, our fire's completely out now. Still a little bit of charcoal. Charcoal in there, which we can recover. This is what we recovered from the hot burn. It's cooled off now. So that's what we took out after the hot start.